Hi United fans, welcome back again to United Insider TV. Another huge story has just broken following Manchester United's dramatic 2-2 draw against Tottenham Hotspur, and this one has caused serious debate across the football world. Thierry Henry has launched a blistering attack on Manchester United midfielder Manuel Ugarte, following what he described as one of the worst performances he's seen from a United player this season. And he didn't stop there. He also called out manager Ruben Amorim, accusing him of completely ignoring tactical warnings before the match even began. In today's video, we'll dive deep into Henry's shocking statements, the stats that back his criticism, the reaction inside Old Trafford, and what this all means for Ugarte's future under Amorim. So make sure you stay right to the end, because what's happening behind the scenes right now could change United's midfield plans for the rest of the season. It all started last night at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, where Manchester United and Spurs played out a chaotic 2-2 draw, full of intensity, drama, and late heartbreak. United were leading 2-1 going into stoppage time, but a last-minute equalizer from Matthijs de Ligt rescued a point for Tottenham and left United frustrated once again. However, the focus after the match wasn't on the goals. It was on Manuel Ugarte's poor performance in the center of the park. Tottenham dominated midfield, pressing high and forcing United into constant mistakes. And at the center of it all was Ugarte, losing possession, struggling to pick passes, and repeatedly caught out of position. Thierry Henry, speaking live on broadcast duty right after the match, didn't hold back at all. He said, "You cannot approach Premier League football like this. Tottenham's press and intensity completely exposed Ugarte. I warned Amorim before kickoff, don't start him, but he ignored it, and this is the result. He was a major weakness tonight." That one quote spread like wildfire across social media. Henry's comments were not just emotional, they were surgical. He went point by point, analyzing Ugarte's performance and explaining why he believes Amorim made a huge tactical mistake. He added, "This keeps happening. Every time the pace goes up, the same errors appear. The player looked lost out there. I have no idea why Ruben Amorim chose to start him. It makes absolutely no sense." Henry's tone was sharp and disappointed. He wasn't just criticizing Ugarte. He was questioning Amorim's entire game plan. He argued that Tottenham's high press completely exposed United's midfield structure, something he says should have been anticipated by a manager known for tactical awareness. Henry also mentioned that Amorim had better options, players who could handle the ball under pressure, such as Kobbie Mainoo or Casemiro, even if not fully fit. According to him, starting Ugarte was a needless gamble that cost United 2 points. Now, let's look at the stats, because Henry's words weren't just emotional outbursts, they were backed by numbers. Ugarte's passing accuracy was only 68%, the lowest among all outfield players for Manchester United. He lost possession 14 times, was dribbled past 6 times, and completed only 1 successful tackle throughout the game. When you watch the replay, it becomes clear. Every time Spurs applied pressure, Ugarte looked panicked. His positioning left gaps that Bissouma and Maddison exploited with ease. And the second Tottenham goal came directly after a failed clearance and slow reaction in midfield, again involving Ugarte's zone. Henry's reaction makes sense when you see how Spurs dominated every midfield duel. Even United's defenders were often forced to clear under pressure because the midfield couldn't retain the ball. Inside the club, there's already talk that Amorim's trust in Ugarte might now be under review. Reports from Manchester suggest that tensions are growing inside the dressing room. After the game, sources close to United confirmed that senior players were frustrated with the midfield setup, with some questioning whether Ugarte is ready for this level of intensity. One insider reportedly said, "We were outnumbered every time they pressed. The manager wanted to build from the back, but Ugarte couldn't handle it. It made everyone's job harder." Another added, "He's a good player, but this isn't the Portuguese league. You need tempo, confidence, and awareness, and he didn't show that." Even Amorim himself admitted post-match that his team lost control in midfield during key moments, though he refused to single out any player by name. Still, the pressure is mounting. Henry's comments amplified that pressure, creating headlines across major football outlets. Fans online began to echo the same sentiment, that Ugarte should be dropped for the next few games, especially with tougher fixtures ahead. As always, the fans had their say, and it was brutal. On X, one fan wrote, "Ugarte was awful. A 2 out of 10 is generous. Amorim has to bench him." Another added, "We warned him. Worst player on the pitch by miles." And a third post summed up the general mood. "If this continues, we'll lose points and confidence. Amorim needs to fix midfield before it's too late." Fan polls conducted overnight by United supporter pages showed that over 70% want Ugarte dropped for the next match. Many also demanded Amorim try Manu and Mount together, a combination some believe offers more balance and creativity. Even neutral fans and pundits weighed in, saying Ugarte looked completely out of place, especially in the high-speed tempo of the Premier League. To understand Henry's anger, we need to look at what Spurs actually did. Under their current setup, Tottenham play a high-pressing, high-transition system that suffocates opponents. Their strategy was simple, but devastating. Press Ugarte aggressively every time he received the ball. Force mistakes, then counter quickly down the flanks. Exploit space left behind by his slow defensive recovery. It worked. Perfectly. United's build-up play collapsed several times because Ugarte couldn't control the tempo or release the ball under pressure. Tottenham turned those turnovers into dangerous attacks. As Henry put it, he's not ready for this intensity yet. High pressure, high tempo, he buckled, and United paid for it. Henry didn't stop at Ugarte, he went directly for Amorim. He said, "I warned Amorim before kickoff. Don't start him. You can't approach a player struggling with form in a game like this. The Premier League punishes hesitation, and tonight we saw that punishment." According to reports, Amorim wanted to test Ugarte's composure in a big away fixture, believing it would help him adapt faster. But the decision backfired. United fans are now questioning whether Amorim's insistence on playing his system over form and confidence is hurting the team's results. After all, this is not the first time United have dropped points due to poor midfield control. The same issue appeared in earlier games against Arsenal and Chelsea this season. With Ugarte now under scrutiny, Amorim faces a difficult choice. Does he keep faith in his summer signing, or rotate to protect both the player and his team's stability? This moment could become a turning point in United's season. Ruben Amorim's philosophy is built on control, positional discipline, and fluid transitions, but none of that works if his midfield collapses under pressure. If Ugarte continues to struggle, Amorim might need to rethink his entire structure. Options like Manu, Mount, or even Casemiro returning to full fitness could reshape the team. Sources say Amorim is already preparing tactical adjustments ahead of the next fixture, potentially dropping Ugarte to the bench. It's also believed that Amorim and Ugarte had a private conversation after the game, discussing confidence, adaptation, and decision-making under pressure. But as we know, the Premier League doesn't wait. Henry's criticism might have just accelerated that process. When you strip away the harsh tone, Henry's message was actually clear. He wants to see accountability from both players and managers. He concluded his statement by saying, "I've seen leadership collapse on the pitch before. This isn't about one match, it's about accountability. The team suffered because the wrong decision was made." That quote hit hard, because Henry wasn't just talking about Ugarte. He was talking about Manchester United as a team that needs stronger decision-making. His words reflect what many fans already feel, that United can't afford to repeat the same tactical errors, especially now as the team prepares for a crucial run of games against Liverpool, Newcastle, and Manchester City in the coming weeks. So, to sum it all up, Thierry Henry's explosive comments after the Tottenham game have put both Manuel Ugarte and Ruben Amorim under the spotlight. Ugarte's poor display, marked by errors in passing, positioning, and tempo, has reignited debates about United's midfield structure. Fans are demanding changes, pundits are questioning the manager's decisions, and even inside the dressing room, there's tension about how this was handled. Henry's final words were simple but powerful: accountability and adaptation. If United want to rise again, Amorim must find the right balance between trusting his players and recognizing when change is needed. As for Ugarte, the next few matches could define his Manchester United career. He'll need to bounce back fast, silence critics, and prove that he's not just another signing struggling under pressure, but a player ready to fight for the badge. And that wraps it up, United fans. What do you think about Henry's comments? Was he right to call out Ugarte so harshly, or did he go too far? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next big update on United Insider TV. Until next time, stay passionate, stay red,